Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Ryan George Farrell. So I made some coffee this morning and I got my antidepressant. So I got my coffee. Today is Thursday, which means Alicia, my first girlfriend, should work today.
So, you need a video.
My life be like, ooh, yeah. My life be like, ooh, yeah. My life be like, yeah. My life be like, times like these, I hate to say, yeah. Lord, if you see me, please come my way, yeah. Even break my soul when I stray, yeah. Long sacrifice in the right, yeah. Living like a fingertip. Sometimes I fall, I slip, yeah. Walk friends, I be more like you, yeah. I be crucified with the things I do. I'm on an island by my lonesome stranded. Low key and staying candid. Reflect on all the things I try my hand at. Search for the equation to persuasions I'm used to. Find a comfort in the zones of clouds and bones like it used to. A mountain is spontaneous. Spinning in monsoon and grinning is high octane. Explosive how I came. Rolling down the hills cause life's a hassle. Encircled by my folly like the moats around the castle. Stay afloat. Catch a second wind. Then if the air I breathe. Teary-eyed nose running. Wipe the snot on my sleeve. I'm calling on the Savior to be all that I need. Please forgive me my behavior. Have me lost at light speed. Times like these I make me say, yeah. Lord, if you see me, please come my way. Like even break control when I stray. Yeah. Long sacrifice in the right way. Like living like a fingertip. Sometimes I fall, I slip. Yeah. Walk further, I be more like you. Try not to crucify with the things I do. The fear of never falling in love, and the tears after losing the feeling of what you love.
Alright, well, in this video, I'm going to link, see, I have two best friends. My one best friend, my number one best friend, is a boy named James Colvin. That has this Big Dick James Twitter. And then I have another friend named Robert Simpson who is a boxer. And there's the Charlie Collins vs. Robert Simpson Full Fight 720p HD video. And Robert Simpson is my best friend. Besides James.
Yeah.
It's not letting me go on my Instagram right now. Well, it's July 7th, 2022, and today is Thursday, which means Alicia, my first girlfriend, should work today. And like I said 9 months ago, I had a girlfriend with black hair. I have my 5th girlfriend, Sabrina LaRochelle, as my friend on Facebook. And I have Alicia as my friend on Facebook, but I don't ever talk to her anymore. And then, like I said, when I was 7 or 8, I had a first kiss with a girl named Emma. And then when I was 14 or 15 is when I got with my first girlfriend, Alicia. And then when I was 15 or 16 is when I got with Brooke Turks, my second girlfriend, on Ryan George for Revolver Bert. That has a YouTube channel. And then I got with a third black girl named Tanya. After Brooke Turks, and Tanya was black. And I was just using her to make Alicia jealous, hoping it would make Alicia come back with me so I could have sex with her. So Alicia broke Tanya. A fourth one named Nadia, who's Christian, who's getting married to her husband during the coronavirus. And then I fingered my 5th girlfriend, Sabrina LaRochelle, at my 17th birthday party. And see, my first best friend at my alternative school was a boy named Victor Hill. Who was sent there for pyromania. I think he burned down a house. And I think that's why he got sent to my alternative school. And then I had a girlfriend with black hair 9 months ago. After Victor, I hung out with, from the time until I was 17 until I was 20, I used to go to Florida and hang out with Billy Wesley Phelps, the Chevrolet guy. That is on the Chevrolet YouTube. But see, the very first celeb aspect I was around was Cody Eisner, the Baltimore boxer. And then I knew Billy Wesley Phelps, and I met him about 4 or 5 times in person. And then sometime about 3 or 4 years ago, is when my black friend died from the coronavirus pandemic. And really, I was sick of Alex, my second threesome, when I was 22, putting things about me on Ryan George for Revolver Bert. And I just hated my life when my black friend died. And Alex, my second threesome, made threats to put things about me on the Marjorie Woman's Revolver Bert. And she has yet to come on here and apologize for it, you know what I mean? And really, I wish I could sue her for Ryan George for Revolver Bert if I could get away with it. Because it's a very offensive slander page that she made about me when I was a minor. And if I could sue her, I would. And like I said 9 months ago, I had a girlfriend with black hair named Blurda, and she's on my own Cloud410 Instagram. And sometimes I'll talk to my friend Brandon Drexler on my one Ryan Fair Facebook that is a people coincidence boy, even though I'm a paranoid schizophrenic. That doctors or psychologists can meet and interact with, even though I'm a paranoid schizophrenic person. Because when I was 20 or 21, I used to go over and hang out with a boy named Sean Wright, that has a YouTube channel, and Sean Wright, is a people coincidence person because his name is Sean and he hung out with a boy named Brandon. And then Brandon Drexler hung out with a boy named Sean Shellman and things like that. So, and then Brandon Drexler, there's a Brandon Jones boy on my Ryan Fair Facebook that looks just like him. And really, I hate the Marjorie woman, and if I could sue her, I would. Because I'm a paranoid schizophrenic, but not that it matters, because they're giving me a house because of her rip-off report. And I know that Brooke Darks didn't make Marjorie. I mean, I know that Brooke Darks didn't make Ryan George for a rip-off report. I know Vicky Rice did. And really, I've been going to mental hospitals ever since I was 14 or 15 years old for bipolar and depression. And I have bipolar disorder. I have autism. I have OCD. I have paranoid schizophrenia. I have OCD. And I have Tourette's with epilepsy. And see, it's only a rumor that Danielle Bregoli is a paranoid schizophrenic. She just has bipolar disorder. Me, I'm a real paranoid schizophrenic person with real people coincidences that circled around me in my life, like Margie Robichaux and Jeanette, like Jared Green, like Brooke Dirks and Bailey, like the Stan Reichley and Damon Winning boy, and things like that, and Jeff McGaney and things like that, and Storms Wild, and things like that. But really, I've been watching Shirley ever since I was like 15 or 16. And I met him when I was 17 or 18 years old. And I used to go to his house in Florida and have lunch with him and eat dinners at his mom's house with him and Gary. Um, and then, like I said, sometime about 9 or 10 months ago, I hung out with my friend Austin Mulqueen. Who has an Instagram account, because my first threesome was James Coleman when I was 20 or 21. And then my second was with Alex, the playground boy, that stole from me. And really, I was sick of people putting things about me on Ripoff Report. Because some days people assume that Ryan George Kerr at 902B Jessica's Lane wasn't even real. And I am real, and if I earn 1,000 subscribers on a channel, I'll donate any disability money or money that YouTube would pay me on the side to charities like animal or disability charities. And I had a job working at ShopRite. But ShopRite fired me sometime about 2 or 3 years ago. And then I tried to work in an alcohol store, but the manager was mean. And I was just like, maybe if I play my cards right, maybe Brandon Rogers would notice my YouTube. Because when I talked to Billy Wesley Faust when he was my best friend, I don't know if he ever told Brandon Rogers about me. But I never talked to Brandon Rogers. I never talked to Chris Crocker or Kara, even though I'm Ryan George Fair. I never talked to anybody. And like I said, when I was in my first public school, my first best friend was a boy named John. I hung out with a boy named I liked a boy named John Fakis, who was in my first public school, who was cool. And I used to hang out with Cody Eisner, the Baltimore boxer. Or I liked him. He was in my public school. And see, when I was in my public school, um, I never said the Pledge of Allegiance because I was an atheist. But now I believe in a God and a goddess. And then, like I said, I went to my first alternative school, which was the Fergus School, on the grounds of Marilyn Shepard Pratt. And that's where I met. And then Victor Hill became my best friend. And I used to go in school and wear short pants every day. And things like that. You know, like the pants with chains. And things like that. And anybody can look on Maryland Judiciary Case Search and look up Tony Mitchell Willie and see that it is about 7 or 8 pages long. If anybody looks on Maryland Judiciary Case Search, if you look up Tony Mitchell Willie, I call my mom's house the 1700 Dungarvan Courthouse of Horrors. And then my dad, George Fair, is also real evil. I don't know, I don't like my dad, George. And really, I didn't care if I went to jail for 5 or 6 years for posting Vicky Rice's ripoff reports. And they're giving me a house because of her slander page that I'm sure her and her friend Riley made. And you know, that was made about me when I was 17 years old. She made that about me when I was 17. And I know that Brooke Dirks on Ryan George Ferber Ball Report didn't make that. I know that Vicky Rice did. But it doesn't matter because they're giving me a residential home because of it. So because of Vicky Rice, they're giving me a house because of her slander page. And I'm sure that bitch, that old fat dyke, has channels where she talks about how she's a friendly psychic person, even though she's a ridiculous drunkard. That would say how her boyfriend Jeff would come home and beat her. And how she would go to gay bars and get beaten up by people. And really, sometime about a year and a half ago, I had a girlfriend named Alexis that I got a phone camera video of me having sex with from behind if anybody wants to see. Add me on Ryan Logan Winning. And see, I'm on a 234 dose of Invega injections for my schizophrenia.
Can't take my eyes off you. Fall in love. L certified by Lexus. A collection of pre-owned vehicles exclusively at your Lexus dealer.
Alright, I'll take my antidepressant. Alright, this is going on 39 minutes. I'm gonna upload this on my Brian George Fair channel. It is 9:22 a.m. in the morning. And it's July 7th, 2022, so I hope everybody's good. Much love and peace from Ryan.